Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is King Froggy, and welcome back to another Metalhead Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Immortal Technique, the fourth branch. Now, this video, I believe, was made by a fan. I'm not sure. There wasn't an actual music video to go along with it. So I just clicked on this because I've noticed that, um, the videos, without anything going on, it might get a little bit boring. So what I did was I just clicked on this one to see if I get a different reaction or anything. Um, I've got the lyrics pulled up over here as usual, and I have the video here. Now let's get into Immortal Technique. It's been a while since we've reacted to Immortal Technique, so it's going to be interesting to jump back into it. So let's get it. Let's go.
The new age is upon us, and yet the past refuses to rest in its shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God. It has begun, the beginning of the end. Yeah. The voice of racism, preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist. Forgetting God is not religion, but a spiritual bond. And Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. They bombed innocent people, trying to murder Saddam. When you gave them those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. This is the information that they hold back from Peter Jennings. Cause Condoleezza Rice is just a new age Sally Hemings. I break it down with critical language and spiritual anguish. The Judas I hang with, the guilt of betraying Christ, who murdered him, stole his religion, and painted him white. Translated in psychologically tainted philosophy, conservative political right-wing ideology, glued together sloppily the blasphemy of a nation. Got my back to the wall cause I'm facing assassination. Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be? The land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust, and the home of the slaves. Corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El Salvador and the Contras in Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still wanna take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK.
Okay, I'll back it up just a little bit. One thing I want to address really is, well, actually, there's a few things I want to address. Um, let's see. First, I want to address religion. As a lot of you guys know, I'm not a very religious guy. I do not, frown upon the outlook of people who do believe in religion or stuff like that. And it's not the fact that I don't believe in God. It's more the fact that I don't believe in religion as a whole, like organized religion, because I'm not going to, listen to a bunch of different people telling me different things about something they don't even really know for a fact, you know? So that's my problem with that. So I kind of get what he's saying there. Plus, with the religious impact and political stuff and everything like that, how a lot of political activity is based around religion. I do not like that. I feel as though religion should not have any place in the government. I think the two should be separate, because if religion is involved, then a majority of the time it clouds the judgment of the people in politics, which means, anybody outside of their own religion could wind up an enemy of our government. So I feel as though those two things should never correlate with each other. And as for wherever you go down, where was it? You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? That is crazy, because if you think about it, we can go all the way back to like Castro and Saddam Hussein and let's see, fuck, I forgot the other one. Osama bin Laden. How did I forget that? Osama. Osama was actually an ally, and actually so was Castro. We actually supplied Castro with a lot of weaponry, and we also supplied Osama with a lot of weaponry. Especially like there were even some chemical weapons involved in that, and the same with Saddam. Um, Now, whenever I talk about terrorism, whenever I talk about terrorism with someone, the topic always comes up that I believe America is a terrorist threat. And the reason I say that, and I'm not saying that strictly for America, I'm saying that for a lot of major powers. And the reason for that is because the definition of terror is the intimidation of a like the people native to that country, like the government and everything like that. It's the intimidation of them to get what you want out of them. So, I mean, think about that for a second. America is very big victim, or not victim, protagonist in this case, because it goes all the way back to Japan, and even before that. I mean, think about it. We bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nagasaki. Did we have to do that? No. But we did, and not only did we kill thousands and thousands of innocent lives, but also we opened the door for a brand new form of warfare that is 10 times more deadly, actually a million times more deadly than regular warfare. We could have done similar to D-Day when we, invaded, and we could have done that in Japan, but we did not do that. Instead, we dropped a bomb because we felt, or they felt that the death of only Japanese is worth no deaths on the American side. So basically, as long as it's not American, we don't care. Now, after we bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan surrendered, and we basically got what we wanted out of them. That is a terror act. Also, I mean, everything going on in the Middle East right now. We are bombing cities and everything like that, and using scare tactics to ensure that we get what we want out of the government in the Middle East, such as their resources, because the people fighting us are not really part of the government. It's more of an organized group that are trying to get us out of their country. So we are using that as a means to get what we want out of the Middle East. And the same goes for the UK and other major powers that are stationed in those areas, because they are doing the same thing that we are. Therefore, I think I see America and stuff like that as a terror group, because we are doing the same thing that a terrorist, quote unquote, does to us. Now, think about this for a second. The people we call a terrorist over there is someone, that's basically that kills an American. But so that's wrong, right? But why is that wrong? An American soldier that is over there for no reason other than to strip that country of its natural resources under the illusion that we're over there because of terrorism, when in fact we are the terrorists, and somebody kills them, is automatically a horrible thing. But when an American wipes out a village full of innocent people, they're heroes. Explain the logic in that to me. There is none. That is not logic. That is not a good thing. It's an atrocity. And things like that need to be stopped. Sorry for that about 5 minute rant, but I had to get that off my chest because that's been eating at me for a while now, especially today. For some reason, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Is that America is a form of terrorism, and that after thinking about it and looking into it, it's true, which is crazy. Um, Even in Vietnam and everything else, we had really no reason to be in Vietnam, and it's insane. All right, let's keep going.
It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Read about the history of the place that we live in, and stop letting corporate news tell lies to your children. Flow like the blood of Abraham through the Jews and the Arabs, broken apart like a woman's heart, abused in the marriage, the brink of holy war, bottled up like a miscarriage. Embedded correspondents don't tell the source of the tension, and they refuse to even mention European intervention or the massacres in Jenin. The innocent screams, U.S. manufactured missiles and M16s, weapon contracts and corrupted American dreams, media censorship blocking out the video screens, a continent of oil kingdoms bought for a bargain. Democracy is just a word when the people are starving. The average citizen made to be blind to the reason. A desert full of genocide where the bodies are freezing, and the world doesn't believe that you're fighting for freedom, cause you fucked the Middle East and gave birth to a demon. It's open season with the CIA bugging my crib, trapped in a ghetto region like a Palestinian kid, where nobody gives a fuck whether you die or you live. I'm trying to give the truth, and I know the price is my life, but when I'm gone they'll sing a song about immortal technique, who beheaded the president and the princes and sheiks. You don't give a fuck about us. I can see through your facade like a fallen angel standing in the presence of God. Bitch nigga scared of the truth when it looks at you hard. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole point of view in the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo, while you hanging your flag out your project window. Yeah. The fourth branch of the government, aka the media, seems to now have a retirement plan for ex-military officials, as if their opinion was at all unbiased. A machine shouldn't speak for men, so shut the fuck up, you mindless drone. And you know it's serious when these same media outfits are spending millions of dollars on a PR campaign to try to convince you they're fair and balanced, when they're some of the most ignorant and racist people giving that type of mentality a safe haven. We act like we share in the spoils of war that they do. We die in wars. We don't get the contracts to make money off them afterwards. We don't get weapons contracts, nigga. We don't get cheap labor for our companies, nigga. We are cheap labor, nigga. Turn off the news and read, nigga. Read. Read. Read.
Okay, now one thing I want to talk about is at the end there when it said we don't get weapon contracts, we don't get cheap labor for our companies. We are the cheap labor. That's talking about the troops that are over there too. People think like, and that goes for us too. We think that we get something out of it when really the only people that get something out of it are the huge corporations such as oil corporations, and weapon manufacturers and things like that. They're the ones that make a profit off of war, not us. We actually suffer the effects because they use us, especially the lower class people who feel as though they don't have a choice but to join the military and they wind up dying over there or anything like that. They're cheap labor because really they don't even, get many benefits out of it. And though, a recruiter or anything like that will say otherwise. They will actually say anything to get you to join the military. Because, like I said in a previous video, I actually nearly joined the Marine Corps until I was like, nah, this seems too good to be true. I want to know the facts. And they wouldn't tell me, the bad stuff. They only told me everything they could do for me. So, that's a big thing. And like, whenever it goes back to, the fourth branch of government, aka the media. The media basically is a fourth branch because, you know, they have such an influence on people that they might as well be considered a fourth branch. They can influence people to do just about anything as long as people don't question it. And they know how to do it. They speak to what people like to hear. And though people won't admit to liking to hear about racist acts and, fighting a terrorist over on their land, again, if you're on your land, that's not technically considered a terrorist act unless you are attacking your own government. If you are defending your land, that is not terrorism. The people that are attacking you are the terrorists, which in this case would be the U.S. and any other country that's over there. Now, and also, like, it. Oh, let me go back a little bit. There was something else I saw. Where was it? It was something about corporations. I don't know. Anyway, like, a big thing is, like, corporations play a huge part. Oh wait, no, this is what I wanted to talk about. Holy war. Whenever it comes down to war, people often, especially the government, try to use the religious card, as in we are fighting for our God and country. Now tell me what is holy about slaughtering innocent people. That doesn't sound holy to me. That sounds like an atrocity. Sounds like genocide. So, mass murder is not holy. you know. Anyway, rambled on long enough. It's a pretty long video. um, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure you leave a like down below. Be sure you subscribe if you're not already. Leave a comment down below of a song and an artist you want me to check out. And I will, of course, see all of you guys in the next video. See ya.